The global financial system is teetering on the edge of profound transformation. For decades, the US dollar has reigned as a world reserve currency, underpinning international trade, investments, and economic stability. But today, its dominance is under threat, driven by a mix of inflationary pressure, geopolitical shifts, and domestic policies that are eroding its value. As the dollar weakens, smaller economies are caught in the crossfire. Facing soaring costs and economic instability, in this uncertain landscape, Bitcoin emerges as a powerful solution, a decentralized, inflation-resistant asset that can protect individuals and nations alike. Let's explore how Bitcoin can safeguard us from the dollar's decline by offering a hedge against inflation, ensuring financial independence, and providing a stable alternative in a multipolar world. This just doesn't apply to US dollar, it also applies to all the fiat currencies, including the British pound, the Chinese yuan, and the Indian INR. The dollar's trouble are mounting. Economic growth in the US is stalling, with output shrinking, job creation slowing, and consumer spending taking a hit. At the same time, inflation is climbing, driven by rising prices and policy decisions that devalue the currency. A weaker dollar doesn't just affect Americans, it reverberates globally. Many smaller nations rely on dollar for trade, pegging their currencies to its value or using it as a benchmark for imports. When the dollar loses value, these countries face double blow. Their import costs skyrocket and their own currencies lose purchasing power, fueling inflation and economic hardship. This creates a ripple effect where the US effectively exports its inflation, leaving developed economies to bear the brunt. Historically, the dollar's strength has been tied to its role as world's reserve currency, giving the US unparalleled economic influence. But that status is no longer guaranteed. Other nations are exploring alternatives, trading in their own currencies, or seeking new financial systems to reduce their dependencies on the dollar. If this trend continues, the dollar's decline could accelerate, leading to a broader depreciation that impacts everyone holding dollar-based assets. For individuals, this means the money in your savings account buys less Each year, for countries, it means struggling to afford essential imports like food, fuel, and medicine. This is where Bitcoin offers a lifeline. Unlike the dollar, which can be printed endlessly by central bank, Bitcoin operates on a decentralized network with fixed supply of 21 million coins. This scarcity is fundamental feature, ensuring that no government or institution can inflate its value away. When traditional currencies lose value due to excessive money printing, Bitcoin stands firm as store of value. Imagine a scenario where your local currency loses half the purchasing power in a year. Bitcoin, with its limited supply, could preserve your wealth, allowing you to buy the same goods and services without losing ground to inflation. Beyond its role as an inflation hedge, Bitcoin provides financial independence. In many parts of the world, governments exert tight control over financial systems, freezing accounts, imposing capital controls, or devaluing currency overnight. Bitcoin operates outside the system. It's a peer to peer network where you control your own funds, free from interference. If you live in a country with unstable currency, holding Bitcoin means your wealth isn't tied to the whims of policymakers. You can send and receive money across borders without relying on banks, paying high fees, or facing delays. This is especially crucial for people in developing nations where access to traditional banking is often limited, but internet access is widespread. Bitcoin also offers stability in a world moving towards multipolar financial order. As the dollar's dominance wanes, no single currency is likely to replace it. Instead, we are heading towards a fragmented system where multiple currencies and assets compete. Bitcoin, with its global reach and decentralized nature, can serve as a neutral medium for exchange. It's not tied to any one country's economy or political agenda, making it a reliable option for international trade and savings. Businesses can use it to settle transactions without worrying about exchange rate volatility, and individuals can hold it as a long-term asset, confident that its value isn't subjected to the same risks as fiat currencies. To embrace Bitcoin's potential, start by learning how to use it safely. Set up a digital wallet and ideally one that gives you full control of your funds and store your private key securely.